Okay, let's clap for Ashley.
If you're like me and like to indulge in food, then we have something in common. My most favorite food comes from Japan, and yes, I'm talking about sushi, as you can see. It's relatively expensive here in America. For about 6 rolls of sushi, it can cost up to $14.95. And for just rice and seaweed broth and a little bit of vegetables and a little bit of like seafood, that's not really worth it. You want to have your stomach happy and your debit card happy as well. So what I decided to do is become my own sushi master chef, learn the way of Japanese, and it was relatively easy. I got all of these ingredients for about $10. And it's really simple and easy to make, and it's fast. And it's quite delicious and very healthy. I'm sure many of you have heard about sushi, and pretty sure what you know is true. Like, it is made out of nori, which is seaweed in Japanese, vinegared rice, vegetables, and seafood. And we have vinegar right here and sesame seeds, which is optional, included onto the sushi. According to Sea Health, October 12, 2012, sushi is very healthy. It contains mighty minerals, and with the minerals, it contains magnesium, iron, and calcium, which is very healthy for your blood flow inside your system. So, in order to become your own sushi master chef, I'll show you 3 golden rules you must follow, and by the end of this, you'll be able to say "oishii desu yo," which means it tastes amazing. So with that, the 3 golden rules is I'll show you what ingredients to gather. Second, I'll show you how to prep it. And third, I'll show you how to roll everything together. Now we'll move on to our first golden step. Our first golden step is we need seaweed. I prefer roasted and salted over the plain one because I'm not a big fan of having like the taste of the ocean too much. And then you have your steamed rice. You can use brown rice, but I do recommend steamed rice. It's more moisture, and it doesn't overlap the flavors inside the sushi. Second, you need cucumbers, or you can use carrots, avocado. It's up to you. And then you need imitation crab meat. And you don't have to use imitation crab meat, but you can. And it adds more flavor to it, and it's like a string cheese consistency. With that, you need rice. It's up to you how much rice you want to put in, but depending on how much sushi you're going to make, usually it's just 2 cups of rice or 1 cup of rice. With that, you'll need rice vinegar, which is called shari in Japanese. Adds flavor and moisture. Sesame seed is optional, but you don't have to really add it. And it just adds a little bit more crunch to it. Next, you'll need the makutsu, which means bamboo platter in Japanese, and it uses to roll it. And then the next thing you'll need is just a sharp knife that's very long instead of the short knives, because it's depending how you cut it, you want it to cut it in the even flow. Now that we have all the ingredients needed, I'll show you how to prep it. In order to prep your rice, you'll need to add about a few drops of shari, but I did add it in advance so it moistures in, it locks in the flavor. With that, you'll need to add 1/2 tablespoon of sugar and 1/2 tablespoon of salt. On top of that, mix it a little bit sweet, but not too much, and you'll want to mix it all together. Next, when you're done with your rice, you want to prep your cucumbers. I didn't bring a whole cucumber because it'll take long, but you want to cut it in a longitude way so it fits precisely onto the sushi roll. Now, I prepped my crab meat in advance, but they usually come frozen, and they're very string-like consistency, as you can see. It just falls, it just tears apart easily. And with that, you want to just have it in complete long way, and so it just flows evenly with the sushi roll. Now that you have all your vegetables prepped and your crab meat and your rice, we're going to go to the rolling part, which is gathering everything together and putting it into one, just like a burrito. So you want to just have your shiny part sticking out in the front, and then your non-shiny part on the bottom, so everything sticks together. Because if you don't have your shiny part in the front, then it won't stick together. It'll be really hard to cut. So we're gonna just gather our rice, put it on here. I have a bowl of water just so that my rice doesn't stick to my hands, and it's much easier to squish onto the plate of seaweed. So you want to make this even, and you don't want to have weird lumps, or else it'll be really difficult to cut through. And it'll be kind of weird looking. Okay, now that you have everything spread around like this, you want to add your vegetables. Again, you want everything even. If you have 2 cucumbers on one side, you want to add another cucumber to the other. And you want to just add it in one direction. So now you see how everything is in one direction. You don't want anything to go to the right or to the left when you cut it, because it will come out and everything will just mush away from each other. And you'll roll this all together. And at the end, you'll be able to get something that looks like this. You see the inside of that to this once you cut it. And you can add your sesame seed at the end. And with that, I showed you how and what ingredients to gather and how to prep it, and third, and how to roll everything together. And now you're on your way to becoming your own sushi master chef. And don't forget, it's really fun and simple.